Trees like this one, some even live in water. Now if you want to hold him, you just hold him like a little hamster in your hands like this.
Oh, I get it.
Now he's got a mouse or a bat-like face.
His nose looks like a mouse nose.
And this one's called Bob. Yeah, you can hold him on your lap in a minute. In a minute, this one will go around that way. I've got another animal for you to hold in a second, and the other one will go around the other way. That's
I'm holding it.
I think do you know what?
Mat on your lap, and you can pick her up like a sandwich like this. Yeah? Don't take a bite out of her because she's got this hard shell. And that's made out of keratin. That's the same stuff as your fingernails, your hair, and a rhino horn.
Like a rhino
now,
horn.
yeah, when I stroke her, do you think she can feel that?
No.
She can. She's got lots of nerve endings below that shell, so she can feel me tapping her or stroking her. Alright, should we swap? Let's go over. Now, she hasn't got any teeth. Are you going to sit on your bum?
Wait, do you think if I bite her shell?
Like a sandwich. Now, she hasn't got any teeth, she's just got a bony plate on the top of it. She's actually nocturnal, that one. Whereas this one's a reptile, so she comes out in the day, just like the snake. She'll sit out and curl up and sit in the sun to warm up. And once she's nice and warm, she can digest her food and move around a little bit easier. Do you want to hold her? Do you want to sit cross-legged? We'll come over here. That's it. If you put the mat on your lap, then you can hold her, that's it.
Look, you're holding a baby.
Oh, what does it feel like?
Mummy.
Yeah, he's fully grown. He won't get any bigger than this. Look how he hangs on there.
Tiny.
He looks, he's got a mouse or a bat-like face, hasn't he?
Turtle again.
It's not a turtle, it's the other one. What's the other one?
Tortoise.
That's it, yeah. You can tell it's a tortoise and not a turtle.
She has it hanging by string.
No.
Like teeth.
Yeah, Eva, but remember Eva had this too. And it was actually hanging. It wasn't even attached to her gum, it was just hanging.
What does it feel like?
Got a funny face, hasn't he? Yeah, he doesn't want to smell your finger, does he, Wilfred?
Nibbling it.
Mummy, look, Clinton now.
Oh yeah, it's probably all gone now. I'll get a new one in a minute. Yeah, because I've taken quite...
If you hold one, you've got to put the sleeve on and they'll hang on to the sleeve instead of your arm. Now, I think have you guys too young for Indiana Jones? Anyone seen Indiana Jones? You've seen the Temple of Doom where she puts her hand in that hole and she comes out. She's got loads of sticky insects on her arm. These are one of the species. I've got the other two species as well. Are you going to hold one?
That's a good face.
Now, if you get scared, all you got to do is shout out Stu. Now, if you have one that's got a point on his tail, like the one you've got, that's a girl. Or if you have one like this one that hasn't got that point, you can turn your hand upside down if you want. This is a boy. Now, that point is used for pushing in the ground and they can lay eggs. Let's go for you. Do you want me to take it? Do you want to hold it again? Shall I move it down a bit? Yeah, these are pretty active, these guys.
Look at that.
Jake's got one.
Imagine if I was
Right now,
It looks like a friend mantis.
if you do get scared, I can pull the sleeve off really quick. That's why I like using the sleeves. Look.
It looks
You
like
can
a
hold
giant
it.
sock.
Do you want one? Hang on so hard, it will pull their legs off.
Oh, right,
It
yeah.
really hurts then, yeah. Do you want to hold one? No? Take that one.
Jake, do this. Just pat it.
Yeah, they all start climbing out. Now he eats insects and he comes out at night. He's got these really big ears, he's got big eyes. Now, yeah, that's it. If you put your hands out like this, you can hold him in your hands.
It looks like he has a...
Yeah.
It looks like he has a big stroking head.
Yeah, they're too big for him. When they're babies, they would eat them. Just when they're first born, they're size like that.
My mum's not going to like it.
Yeah, do you want to hold him? Wait a minute.
Yes.
Did you want to hold it?
Perfect shot. Well done.
Put your hands out, both.
So this shot.
On the top of his head, and there his ears, and he's got saggy, and he's got saggy pieces of skin down the side of his body. Yeah, and these are little air pockets, so he can puff up really big. Now, if you want to hold him, you've got to put your hands out flat, so all his feet on your hands. If you hold him where his feet aren't on your hand like this, look, he's going to wave his hands, his feet around. If we put him like that, let's try. Now he's going this way. Yeah, should we put him on the mat? Let's put him here. If you stroke him this way, it's soft. Now go this way on his tail. It's really spiky, isn't it? And that's full of muscles, and he can flick that like a whip. So if an eagle comes down to grab hold of him, he'll use it for defence. So he'll flick it. Yeah. And he's got these little claws they're used for digging and climbing. Yeah. Now we're going to get another lizard out. Yeah, keep nice and quiet, you'll learn about him. Because this guy, he can change colour, he can go all sorts of bright greens, yellows, reds and blues. But this guy, he doesn't actually change his colour to match his surroundings like so many people think. He actually changes his colour depending on his mood. So if he's nice and bright like this, it means he's really cheerful and happy. Or if he goes a bit darker, it means he's a bit chilly. You can see he's gone a little bit darker since he's come out. He can feel the heat on my hand, and he's actually getting the warmth from it. So if you put your arm up like this, that line down the side of his body, in there, that can go white and blue.
There's a droplet on here.
Yeah, that's water. What he's done, if you've got a cat or a dog, and you put a bowl of water on the floor, it'll drink out the water, won't it? But if you put water on his enclosure floor, he won't actually recognise it as fluids. And what he'll do, he'll actually die of thirst. So in the wild, what he does, he comes down from a tree or bush. He won't drink out of a puddle because there's a lot of predators there, and it could be bacteria or stagnant there. So what he has to do, this top bit here is called a cask, and he'll collect. Be gentle with it, don't touch it. Best if you stroke him down side. And what that's for, it can collect rainwater there, and he'll tip his head down, and that's how he gets to drink. He's hanging on to the jumper. Do you want to hold that in your house?
I'm an expert. Yeah, that was one before. When I turned 6. Someone came and he slugs. Special gloves. Then he helps it. Please come out.
On that, so that you've done your lot.
Mummy, look. Mummy.
You've taken them all.
Mummy. His head's open. This one's head is cold. His head's gone down. Mummy,
Yeah, we'll change colour, yeah.
Mummy.
You going to hold him?
I want to take off with those.
This one?
They look backwards, don't they? And forwards and every way.
You want to hold him on the mat?
It's okay. He's going to break it. Look down. I thought it was going to hurt.
Scarlett's camera.
It was a bit weird here.
Yeah.
I want to hold up that one.
Oh, Wilfred's going
Yeah, wait till he comes back
Yeah,
round.
you come back, won't it? You can hold him because you missed out, didn't you?
Have you got... This is so... Look at his tail, it's wrapped around your arm.
Yeah.
I'm not holding that thing. I'll strip it.
I need this.
Oh, it feels kind of soft actually.
Nice round.
No, you're not holding him. You want to hold him? Yeah.
You feel like the coffee.
You don't like that one, Wilfred?
I feel it.
That's so funny.
I have a tank.
Well, you'll have to wait and see.
Ralph.
We've got boys to go, yeah.
Wait, we've got what?
Look at this guy. Now, he's like the niffler, isn't he? Yeah, he's just like the niffler. Now, this
Wilfred,
guy,
Wilfred, you're going to get a wet bottle.
he's actually, you know the little hedgehog type one you saw, the lesser tenric? This guy's a common tenric, and he lives actually underground. He comes from Madagascar as well, and you see his little nose twitching. That's really sensitive. He's got loads of nerve endings there, and if you keep quiet, he's really noisy. You listen, can you hear his noise? Keep still. Now, he's got these long claws. They're not used for climbing, they're used for digging. So he'll dig a hole underground, he pushes his nose in the ground, he'll look for earthworms, and every so often that nose will get bunged up with earth, so he'll drip, and that'll keep it clean. Do you want to sit back? Do you want to sit this side? No, you stay there. No, do you want to stroke him? That's what I'm going to do, I'm going to put him on the floor. Right, do you want to give him a stroke? And he might scratch his ears and then he might scent mark it. That's the longest he's ever sat on the mat for. That'll be it. He's wiry fur, isn't he? Now, see these spikes on sleeping now, just woke him up. That's why he won't. That's why he sat still for a minute. Can you listen? Be quiet a minute. Be quiet. You listen, you'll hear him sniffing.
It's like a piggy.
Can you hear him?
I can't.
He's gonna hurt him.
Now, these are really hard to get hold of in the UK. I'm really lucky to got 3 of these. He's off that.
Come on, it wants to be free. Piggy.
You won't need to. If you keep quiet, you'll hear him. Be quiet a minute when you see if he's going to sniff again. You listen.
Oh my god, it's so
You
loud.
are standing still for you.
You can hear him, can't you? You hear him?
Marvin.
I want to hear him.
You want to try this one?
Because it's so cute.
Oh, you just stay there. We'll come round again in a minute.
I want to hear it in my ear.
I want to hear it.
Can it be in my ear? Can it be in my ear? I want to hear it.
They might not be sniffing. Can you hear him?
I can see him.
Yeah, sometimes he's noisier than others.
How much water can you
He tickled my ear.
He's ticklish, isn't he? Yeah, he's really ticklish. Second thing, the front 2 legs go up in there and start waving around. Thirdly, the back 2 legs rub on that big lump at the back there. That's called the abdomen, and those hairs get flicked up into there. And if they go in an animal's eyes or down its throat, they can irritate it a little bit. It mainly does that because it doesn't live in the trees or bushes like our spiders. It actually builds a web on the floor. Builds a web on the floor this big, and then when it feels a vibration from an insect,
Are you ready to go? Yeah, you look like you're ready.